Hello, my name is Kevin Ponce, and this past weekend I got first at the Utah Spanish Fork Regional playing Fiendsmith Labrynth. Um, I chose this version just because in my local area, last regional, I got sniped with Royal Decree in the side, and Desiree solves that issue. But it was a good event. Ended X01 overall with one draw against UBell. And yeah, well, I'll just get right into the deck profile. And so starting off, just 1-1 of the lady, I think, of each lady. I think this has become rather standard. You could argue in like a heavier chat version, you could play two of Lady Lab because she's just really good there. But in this version, I don't think she's necessary at more than one. Also played 3 Arius, best hand trap in the game when you pair it with any of your big blowout traps, mainly Trap Trick. You just have access to everything you want. 3 Ariana as your starter. Still play the Furnitures, 3, and then the 1. These are still really good. You can, if you open Lurry, you can still pitch these off, pitch Lurry with one of these and still get the summon, and then go full Fiendsmith combo. Play 2 Nibs as just the only monster hand traps that I have in my deck, just because I wanted to respect Ryziel, Malice. Didn't play any Malice, but this is still really good into them. And I did play against some Whitewoods, which this was good into that as well. Plus the Furniture discard combo is still pretty good. Like, you don't have to do it. It just depends like on what the board state is. That combo was really good because back last format against Snake Eye, it just played around the field spell so that you wouldn't give him the summon afterwards. But now it's probably good just to let the summon resolve, and then you can just bounce this back with big every turn. And then you always have to just respect Nib. And then our Fiendsmith package. We just the 3, 1, 1, and 1. You can play Engraver at 2 or 3. It doesn't really matter. I think it's all the same. But it's very good. It has very good synergy with the deck, just because of Necroquip, which I'll explain a little bit later. And the cool part is that these are 6s and this is a 4. So with your 6s and 4s in Labrynth, it just helps make Light and Dark Chaos Angel much easier, which Light and Dark Chaos Angel's just broken. And then the other 3 spells was just the Lab, Setup, and Call By. Call By, best card, just stops the Ash so that your traps can resolve. Setup, I've always liked Setup. It's a brick, but like it just helps you play more aggressive, like with your Big Welcome discard effect in the grave, or sorry, banish effect in the grave. You can just banish them and then set everything back into your deck and then set more traps for the following turn. So just really good card overall. I like having it. Trap cards, 3 of each of the welcomes. You just want to see Engine as quick as possible. Even if you don't open like a Disruption with Arias, just getting regular welcome going and set up in your graveyard so you can get the reset every turn is good. And then lets you just get your pieces turn 1 if you happen to open it. Then some blowout cards, Daruma Karma Cannon and Torrential Tribute. And then I guess I'll just show these 2. 2 rollbacks and then 3 Trap Trick, which is just 3 more of any of your other traps in the deck. Torrentials I find very good. I guess some people were questioning me as to why I was playing this card, and I was kind of surprised people don't play this card. Just because, again, like with Arias, you open Arias and any combination of these 9... and you basically have a trap nib. Because you can chain Arias to effects that summon, and then you can still get the torrential effect, because it still sees the window to blow up the field. Plus torrential will reset your welcome, it'll trigger your Furnitures, and then if you have the field spell up, you blow up your board, of course, but you can still special summon any fiend back. So you can get back your big lady, even your Arias, or sorry, even your Fiendsmith cards and things like that. So pretty good overall in my opinion. And then just the 2 rollbacks, just because I didn't really want to clog up on those either. As for the extra deck's slightly more important in this version of the deck, just because of the Fiendsmith cards. The Desiree, Sequence, Closed Heaven, Agnamunde, and I played 2 Requiem just to, just in case I got bestialed or something or called by. I just wanted to make sure I had the loop going still. And then a little bit of spice here on my end, I guess. I played double Necroquip. You usually use 1 in your turn 1 combo, because if you open Fiendsmith with Ariana, Arius, or any of your furniture, you usually make this first so that you can normal your Ariana, and in case it gets hand trapped, you still get like a card back. Or same, like if they don't hand trap you, then you just get your Arius or your furniture, pitch, discard, and then you get an extra draw. Something that's really good just to leave it on the board and play with this, because like if you open both Fiendsmith and like Ariana, you leave this on board, normal your Ariana, get your piece. Engraver can bring itself back, and then you can use the Ariana and the Engraver to make your sequence, and then go to Desiree, and then you still have this on board to keep recurring advantage with the draws, and so on and so forth. Also, the 2000 defense was relevant for my side deck, which I'll explain when we get there. 2 links, SP and McCracker. Never made SP, but was also there to out Royal Decree, because you can make an extra deck monster to make SP with much more easy, or at least easier with the Fiendsmith cards. Double Chaos Angel, like I said, Dark Chaos Angel's broken, and Chaos Angel by itself is just a broken card anyway. And then the XCs, Typhon, which is just kind of standard in Labyrinth. Sometimes you want to play 2, but like this extra deck is kind of tight with the Fiendsmith cards. And then Lars and Caesar. Caesar's obviously broken card, but it does suck into Rizio, which is why we opted to play the Lars. I kind of just copied what Joshua Schmidt did and threw this in as the other rank 6 option. Rest in peace, Beatrice. Side deck was 2 and 2 of each of the Mulcharmies. I don't think I resolved Fualos in the tournament at all. But Perulia did come up a lot and was just broken all day. I drew like at minimum at least 2-3 cards anytime I resolved it. There's a card on my side which I kind of regret playing, which could have been like the extra copies, but 2 and 2 was fine. MVP card was the Evenly. Just really good into all the matches that I played today. No one ever really made any hard negates like turn 1. Or if there's like a way to bait out a negate, then you just go into this. But yeah, really good card. Shout outs Nico for not setting Judgment. Double Dominus Impulse. Only 2, just because it's a hard once per turn, and it's in the side just because it conflicts with the Fiendsmith and the Nibiru. So I didn't want to like lock myself out of those cards because there's a good abundance in my deck of those. And again, only 2 just because we play Trap Tricks, so like I can see it if I need it. I have 5 copies technically. Card of the regional was Dimensional Barrier. Of course, you just call XCs or Synchro. There still was 1 Tempai in the final, so still really good against them. And then, of course, good against the new Rizal deck. Not much to say there. And then last card I played was Full Force Virus. Full Force is a pretty good card in theory. The only Rizal it doesn't hit is X'd, and it does hit all the Malice cards. But the only time so I resolved this a few times, but it was once against the Whitewoods deck, which did hit like 3 cards out of their hand, so it was good there. But the 2 times I resolved it against the Rizal deck, I hit like 0 cards. But it's still a good card because it at least reveals their hand still, so I get the hand knowledge. Against one of the Rizals, although I didn't hit any cards out of their hand, like I saw their hand, they had just all hand traps or non-engine, strikes, imperms, things like that. So like now I knew how to play around, or how to maneuver the board and things like that. So still good on that end, but like it did underperform a little bit. But yeah. But yeah, that is my list. Like to give a shout out to Hakuna Matata for the chance to upload a profile here. And just also wanted to give a shout outs to RXSLC. He is our local YouTuber for Utah. Any coverage of people coming into Utah, or even the Utah players going out of state. He gives us all the deck profiles that we need. So, but yeah, that is my deck. And subscribe to both channels. Have a good day.